Hi, this is Laura Staley and I'm back with another video. The last video I did was on how to use Excel in your efforts to lose weight, get fit, track your health, all those types of things. And this time it's on how to use Excel to help you with your efforts to organize your house and your home and your family. And I know so many people these days who have done so much around their houses. And I've had people say, I have cleaned out every closet. Or I've inventoried all my books. Finally, I've been wanting to do that for years. Or I know someone who they have a family of four, the parents and then a daughter and a son. And the parents moved to the old guest room. The daughter moved to the parents' old room. The son moved to the daughter's old room. And I guess the new guest room was the old son's room. But it was this huge switch of their entire house. And I was thinking of various Excel templates that might help these people keep track of what they're doing and what they're accomplishing and to help them stay on track with these projects. So let's take a look. I'm just in a brand new Excel spreadsheet and I'm going to go to File and New. And I am going to type in the search box here, sort of in the center of the page. And I'm going to type in ORGANIZ asterisk. So I'm going to use a wildcard for organize, organization, organizational, organizing. So any of those words will show up if they are keywords for a template. So a bunch come up. So let's take a look at some of these. There is the grocery checklist, which there's a couple of these. And basically, it simply lets you create a grocery store checklist with quantity, with the brands if you have specific ones that you want. It breaks the food that you might buy into different categories. And it's just a way of either keeping track of groceries that you need to buy or groceries that you regularly buy. Okay, so that is one option. So if I go back to File and New and do the search again, these come up again. And there is this one called Household Organizer. And this one has multiple tabs in it that you can use in various ways. And the first one of those is the budget. So basically, it's just a simple spreadsheet that outlines your budget of how much you spend every month or quarter or whatever the basis is for your budget. So that is the first one. And then on the second one is your chore schedule. So if you need to set up a spreadsheet to keep track of which roommate or family member or whoever is doing which chore, then this is something that you can use to keep track of that and who is supposed to do what and whether they've done it or not. And then there is the grocery list again. So apparently grocery lists are popular. People like food. Okay, I'm going to close this and I'm going to close that. Okay, so going back, there are other ones that we can, oops, sorry, I went to the wrong place. Okay, so there is also a house cleaning schedule. And this can really come in handy, at least for me. I am such a bad cleaner. If I don't keep on top of what needs to be done, it just doesn't get done. And what this does is it lets you set up chore cleaning schedules on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and on a seasonal basis. So you can have different lists for things that need to happen in at different times. So on each one, basically they have a few things listed, and you can overlay your own tasks if you want to do that. So they have these lists on each one of these tabs with some suggestions of things that you might want. You can overlay any one of these tasks by just clicking on the task and typing in your own item. So if I click there and I typed something else in, then I could overlay it with whatever I want to say. And so if I didn't want to have, for example, a daily tab, I think, I'm not going to check that. I could always right click on any of these tabs and go ahead and either rename it and then type in my own things, or I can click on delete it, which is right there. So you have the opportunity to make these templates your own so that they actually work for you. Because what's the good of using it if it's someone else's file and it doesn't really work for you? Okay, so does all this make sense so far? Okay, so I am going to go back to File and New, and this time I'm going to type in Home. There are some other ones that are here. Now, sometimes you may not want to organize your home. You may want to inventory your home. And the situation that comes to mind for me is if you want to document what is in your home that you want to claim on your insurance. And my husband and I have tried to do this, and without a template, you're just sort of listing things and guessing their values, and then you forget where you put the list. And so an Excel spreadsheet could come in handy. So I'm going to choose this one and click on Create. And then at the top, it has basic information like our name and address and insurance information. And then down below is the listing of all the things that we can claim on our insurance. And so, it has the room area and the item description and make and model and so on and so forth. So, and you can fill out however much of this makes sense for whatever the item is that you're filling in. Okay, going back, and each time I'm just going to File and New, and I am typing in a search term, and I can choose something. And here's another one, Home Maintenance Schedule. And it always gives me a picture of it and a description telling me basically what the template does. If it wasn't something I wanted, I could click on the X in the upper right hand corner and go back and look for something else. Or I can create it. Now this one is a template for the maintenance you need to do around your house on a quarterly, fall, and spring basis. So I might want to add another tab that says yearly. So again, I can customize the template for however I want to do that. So again, there are some suggestions of the types of things you might want to type in, and you would just simply click on whatever the cell is and then type in your own stuff. Okay. So those are some examples of the kinds of things that you can do with Excel templates to organize your home and keep yourself on track. And some of them you might use on a regular basis. Some of them, like the maintenance and cleaning schedules or the home inventory, you might do once and then put it away and then put something on whatever the calendar is that you use on a regular basis, reminding you to check it once in a while. Or you may want to print out the stuff and put some of these schedules up on your refrigerator or somewhere where you'll see it all the time. So what you do with them is up to you, but they can really help you stay on track and keep track of what you've already done and what you need to do in the future. Now, I have a blog post that corresponds with this video that I will link down below that goes into different examples and how you might use them, and with some pluses and minuses and those types of things. So take a look for that if you want to read on more about this topic. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so you can keep up with the videos. You have a good day.